just remember, this drug doesn't stop you catching the disease. It doesn't stop you going into hospital with the disease. It reduces the death for those who are in hospital who require oxygen or in ICU and require oxygen. And it's a very important effect. But, as Peter said, it's roughly 1 in 8 who survive as a result of this. A very important effect, but certainly not an effect size that would say, well, therefore you don't need to worry about the other measures to try and reduce the spread of this infection. Peter, do you want to add to that?
Yes, I mean, I would add to that. It's great to have an effective treatment, but we need to build on that. We still, I think, have got some room to improve the survival rates quite markedly, but it's only part of the measures to control this disease. We also need, very good vaccines, and if need be, to reintroduce social distancing measures if we see transmission increasing again.
I said we would turn the tide, and I really think we did within 12 weeks. If you look at where the disease is now, we went through the peak. We've flattened the sombrero, whatever I said we were going to do. We did that. I think that as a result of the actions that the British people took, we saved many tens of thousands of lives at the least, and we're coming through this. Of course, it's a very difficult time for this country, but we are coming through it. And yes, I do think that we're now starting to see with drugs like dexamethasone, the idea that perhaps you could combine that with with other things. We're seeing the first chink of light, which I was perhaps a bit dubious about. We're seeing the first chink of light, and the hope that there will be preparations, treatments, there already are, that can make a big difference to mortality rates. And as you know, we're making big investments in